I love working here. I love the people. I love helping the people. And that, it feels like home. I am William Tatum. I am been born and raised in Cartersville, Bartow County area all my life. I am a native. I have been working at this pharmacy since 1977 as a pharmacist. So if you total that up, this July of 2023 will be 50 total years. I've worked only in this pharmacy. The history of this is virtually unknown because these are the prescription files that date back from that end of the wall, 1800s, like in the 1880s, 1890s. Then it starts in 1900 and goes, all of these go all the way up to 1950s. And then behind here, it goes from 50s to 60s and so on. So there's a lot of prescription history of patients, doctors, and the pharmacy young brothers that filled it during all those years. They're actually holding prescriptions, and it's all the ingredients that the pharmacist had on this date in 1918 to fill this prescription for this patient. And most of these have some form of narcotic in them, and not entirely, but in it, like morphine, cocaine, opium. All of these have that as a part. This pharmacy has a great history. The building was built in 1881 as a pharmacy, not as Young Brothers then, but it changed hands during 1881 to 1894, and that's when the Young Brothers bought the pharmacy outright. It stayed in their family, the actual two brothers, Mr. Will Young, Mr. Mank Young. They had this pharmacy until 1968 when their family sold it to my brother-in-law, Dean Cox. And Dean worked here 50 years. And then I have followed with him, and then he retired, and he's passed away, unfortunately. But I'm carrying on the tradition, I guess you can say. But we are a real pharmacy, a full independent pharmacy, no affiliation with a chain like you see on TV and everything. We have all the pharmacy supplies and things you buy that you need. We fill all prescriptions. In 1979, we were the first pharmacy in Cartersville that had a computer system. So we may be old, but we're not behind the times. And so we have history and progress all at the same time. And you have people that you know and trust with long-term careers here. And we know families. I know of one family where we treated them for 5 generations. And so that's a real asset to our business to say a family trusted us for 5 generations of their family.
Es algo maravilloso and it's something wonderful can be here today, making history. Probably I can feel the same way that Mr. William. He has a passion for service. He has a passion for the community. Mr. William, you can tell us what is the more remarkable moment here in the pharmacy. I wanted to know something that for you is very important and that make a difference in the community.
Well, one thing that happened that immediately comes to mind is in 2006, when the government of the United States, this is not anything against the government, but they made Medicare Part D, which people had never had. If they had Medicare, it did not pay for prescription drugs. So at that time, they started a new program where Medicare Part D would pay a portion of prescription drugs. Well, it came about, and as with any new thing, there's always problems. And so many people who are our customers, and I'm sure it was like this all over, but in this store, we had many people, elderly people, people at home, people homebound, people in their beds. We would deliver medication, but they had no kind of knowledge that they were signed up by the government for this program. So they had no way for us to bill their medication to the government. So instead of saying, no, we can't do that, I remember specifically one case where the lady was we delivered to her house, she's in her bed, and we gave her her prescriptions. And that's the kind of story we have.
I understand, and I really feel more happier to be here today. Mr. William, thank you. We're making difference in the community, and I'm so grateful to meet you. And I want to invite everybody that come to this pharmacy and know the real people, not the people that is making history. No, it's people real, doing something for that person that needs help, really. I want you today, probably it's gonna be short time that we're going to show this to these people that is in there, but we're gonna have more of this later. I wanna you send a message to everybody, not only Anglo-American, not only people in downtown Cartersville. I think for the humanity and for the world. Can you just do that for us, Mr. William?
Well, we just want you to know that we are a family-oriented pharmacy. We, treat everyone equally, and we welcome all people of Bartow County and Cartersville to come to our store, explore our store, and realize that it has many things to offer that not only the big box stores have, but also a familiarity and knowledge that you can ask a question, get an answer from me or one of my associates, and that you have personal service. That's always been our number one thing that we could offer through the years, is personal service.
Okay, you hear that? We hire real pharmacists in the real farmacia. Para todos ustedes, si estás escuchando, ven a esta farmacia, John Brothers Pharmacy, en la esquina de Downtown Cartersville, y podemos llenar su prescripción con un farmacista de verdad, como en nuestra tierra, como en los viejos tiempos. Mr. William Tatum. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gracias, Mr. William.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.